races, or actually consolation races for the Sportsman cars as we go green. Bobby Hackle showing the way with the Edge sponsor number 97. He's out in front. The Saxton Sign Corporation S-Car. Jimmy Chenette rides in the number 2 spot. Brian Gerain shows in the number 3 position. Through the West End banking for the first time, they sorted out single file fashion with Jeff Cassidy taking over 4th spot. And we go yellow on the speedway. Caution coming out. Car turned around up in turn number 2. Up officially here. Field groups up in turn 3 and 4. Bobby Hackle and Jimmy Chenette showing the way. Green comes out. Bobby Hackle goes to work in the front of the field. Jimmy Chenette trying to run him down. Contact between the 111 of Jeff Cassidy and the 16 of Brian Gerain. That contact sends the 116, the Cassidy activating. Green coming out. A pass for the lead up at turn 1. It's Jimmy Chenette taking the Saxton Sign car to the lead. Bobby Hackle now in 2nd spot. Brian Gerain there for 3rd. Sox Jr. Daryl Holbert, the number 8 car, races in 4th. It looks like John Rochelle holding down the 5th and final qualifying spot right now. Jeff Cassidy trying to make his way up through. We got a car making contact with a retaining wall in turn number 4. He comes to a standstill up there, and that's going to bring out the yellow flag for the 3rd time in this consolation race. So service working up there in turn 4. Field groups up now, coming down for the restart. Jimmy Chenette showing the way on the Saxton Sign car. Chenette in command. Bobby Hackle in the number 2 spot. Here's Brian Gerain in 3rd. Jeff Cassidy has worked his way back forward again. He's in the number 4 position. Daryl Holbert now races in 5th spot. 1 spot out of qualifying is the 55 of John Rochelle. Denny Young returning to the racing wars in car number 12. He's up to number 6 spot now. Car further back here, and that's Gary Graham's car, a little bit out of shape, but he gathers it up, and we continue on green flag racing. Jimmy Chenette, several weeks back, taking over driving duties for Roy Bridge aboard the Saxton Sign Company S-Car here, and he shows the way now. Takes the halfway sign. 4 laps are in, 4 to go for Jimmy Chenette. Bobby Hackle all alone in 2nd spot. Brian Gerain racing 3rd. Jeff Cassidy has now caught him. Starts to bear down a challenge for the number 3 spot. Then the race back here for the 5th and final qualifying position going to be between Daryl Holbert and John Rochelle. They run single file fashion, however, off of 4 down the front straightaway. No bid for position right now. Back in the 7th lane spot is the number 12 of Denny Young. Denny Young, the Sunny Blue Bend Diner sponsor, number 12 car out of Arlington, Vermont. First time here in the 1995 season. Many seasons away from racing on the high bank for Denny Young. As your leaders here take the 2 to go sign. 6 laps are in, 2 remaining for Jimmy Chenette. Bobby Hackle still all alone there in number 2 spot. Brian Gerain in 3rd. Jeff Cassidy 4th. No change amongst the leaders for position. 5th and final qualifying spot right now continues to be Sox Jr. with the 8 car. John Rochelle may make a last lap run at that spot as the white flag flies here. Leaders getting around the slower car, the 45 of Gary Graham. Final times on the back straightaway as Graham loops it up in turn number 2. We've got a motor going south here in the number 12 of Denny Young. Leaders in the meanwhile through the West End banking. I believe checker is going to come out. It does. This race is checkered with Jimmy Chenette winning it. Brian Gerain finishing 2nd. Bobby Hackle 3rd. Jeff Cassidy 4th. And Daryl Holbert will complete the top 5. So there's your first of 2. 32, the Canizero Racing entry driven by Larry Rickey. Larry Rickey in the car 32. Coming down to your starter, Matt Higgins. He looks him over. Green flag flies. Start a little bit out of shape. And Tommy Overbaugh grabs the early lead to the East End banking for the first time. Bobby Chalmers in a number 2 spot. Here's Mark Hagedorn. The Ray Rondeau entry. The 31 car in the number 3 position. Challenging for the number 2 spot up in the turn 3. The 85 entry. 85-11. Larry Southern there in the number 4 spot. He drops down low on the banking off of turn 4. Al Williams going to gather it up and charge to the top side. Joe Platt falls right behind up in turn 1. Tommy Overbaugh out in front with a 37 car. He shows the way. Bobby Chalmers in a number 2 spot settles in there now as Mark Hagedorn runs strong in a number 3 spot. Larry Southern closing in on Hagedorn's car up in turn 4. Southern runs in a number 4 spot. Al Williams now in the 5th and final qualifying position here. One spot on the qualifying is the 257 of Joe Platt as we go yellow for the first time in this sport. Here we go, the engines roar off of turn 4. We're going to have a green, yes! Tommy Overbaugh, Bobby Chalmers, 1 and 2. They try to break away from the field here. Getting a good run, though, off of turn 2 down the back straightaway is Mark Hagedorn. Hagedorn with the Ray Rondell General Contracting 31H car in the number 3 spot. Larry Southern races the number 4 position. Side to side they go for 5th spot. Al Williams and Joe Platt. Platt on the inside. Al Williams on the top side. And look at Larry Ricky up into the picture here. The Canizero Racing entry, number 32, now closes in. He wants to get up into the top 5 to find himself a qualifying spot. Up in front, Tommy Overbaugh showing the way. Bobby Chalmers in a number 2 position, gaining ground, closing in on him. He dives to the inside here in the front straightaway. That's going to allow an opening on the top side for Mark Hagedorn. Hagedorn takes advantage, makes the pass. He can do second place car. They throw the car sideways into the corner here. And now look at Chalmers low, gaining ground. Hagedorn high. They're side to side. Bearing down on the 37 of Tommy Overbaugh to turn 3. Overbaugh continues strong in the front. Bobby Chalmers going to battle back in the number 2 spot. Here's Hagedorn, Larry Southern. They touch a bit coming here to the front straightaway. Bobby Chalmers in that second place spot. Mark Hagedorn races in 3rd. Larry Southern 4th. Al Williams now open in the fray here. He zooms to the inside. A little bit of contact there. Joe Platt gets caught up. Now the 32 of Larry Ricky getting caught by the 117 in the back straightaway. While Ricky going to continue on, he makes the pass for position. Up in front, it's still Tommy Overbaugh running a steady race. Up in front, the rookie driver, Tommy Overbaugh. And look out, contact between Bobby Chalmers and Mark Hagedorn. And that sends Hagedorn careering up into the wall. And we look like we're going to resume this race here. Let's look for a green flag. It does come on. We're back to it. Tommy Overbaugh now being hotly pursued by Bobby Chalmers in a number 2 spot. Larry Southern racing 3rd. Dave McPeters, the birthday boy, up to the number 4 spot. The 110 of Guy Tompkins there, the 5th and final qualifying spot. Look out as Bobby Chalmers doing a complete 360 up on the inside of turn number 3 after the contact with the 37 car directly in front of him. White flag flies, 1 lap remaining for Tommy Overbaugh. Larry Southern in the number 2 spot. Here's Dave McPeters now up to 3rd. Guy Tompkins 4th. The race for 5th place. Looks like Joe Platt has regained a number 5 running spot. Up through the west end banking for the final time. Through turns 3 and 4 coming down. Checkered flag going to be out here. We've got it. The win goes to the 37 with Larry Southern finishing in 2nd spot. Dave McPeters coming home in 3rd. Guy Tompkins finishing 4th. And Joe Platt unofficially 5th. So Tommy Overbaugh
here out of turn 4. Matt Higgins steps atop the flag tower, ready to look him over down here in turn 4. Tommy Overbaugh and Glenn Groshong on the front row. They'll bring him down. Sanchez and Holly Smith into the 2nd row. Down they come. Green flag flies. And we're going racing in this Sportsman feature. Down in turn 1 on the outside. Glenn Groshong is your leader. The 37 of Tommy Overbaugh runs 2nd. We got 1 down on the inside. It's Mike Mason. Car stopped on the inside of turn number 2 down on the inner apron. And they bring out the yellow flag here. The 26 of Mike Mason. Let's see. They come around and complete lap number 1. Scrambling off of turn number 4. Your leader, Glenn Groshong, with an 94. Mason continues to sit down to the inside of turn number 2. They continue under green flag racing conditions here with the 94 of Groshong showing the way. David Sanchez in a number 2 spot. Paulie Smith racing in 3rd. Jason Goff 4th. And now the yellow lights come on the speedway. So Dave Main drops down on pit road. Mike Mason stays out on the racing surface. And the red lights are out. We're ready to go back to green once again. Main on pit road. Looks like he's done for the evening. Well, the green flag comes out, the yellow lights stay on, and we've got a couple cars together right down here in turn 1. Green here out of turn 4. Down they come, the 94 Glenn Groshong, ready to let them go. Down they come, green flag
position, bearing down on David Sanchez. He's looking to find the number 2 spot at the top of the gate here. Jason Goff runs in fourth. Here's Blake making the move to the top side in turn 4.
Down the front chute they run. Grosjean out front. Ronnie Blake rides second. These runners out of Northeast area. Ronnie Blake leaps it in turn 1. Ronnie Blake loses the handles in turn 1 and wisely gets the car back up the banking. Marvelous job.
The New York tags on a dark blue Ford van. Please move it immediately. Thank you.
2 down, 18 to go, and we're ready to go back to green. Down they come. Green flag flies. Glenn Grosjean will bring them down into turn 1. Now the car to move is Art Collins. The Alligator taking a high road out of turn 2, looking towards the front.
Collins with a good run off of turn 2 down that back straightaway, working to the top side of David Sanchez. Sanchez, though, going to battle him back on the inside lane. The rookie driver, the Jolly Rancher Candies, number 23, hangs tough in the number 2 position. They scramble here in the front straightaway.
Down the front chute they come, down to the inside. Sanchez makes the move, now going to drift up the banking. Grosjean going to take a look downstairs. He rides back in that second spot. Collins back at third.
David Sanchez showing the way now. Glenn Grosjean in the number 2 position. Here comes the Mopar Performance Portabene Auto Sales 35 of Wayne Kelly. He shoots to the inside of Art Collins, takes up another 3 spot. Collins going to battle back, and meanwhile behind them, cars spinning, and we've got a collection up in turn number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 cars involved up there in the banking in turn number 4, and that quickly brings out the yellow flag here. One of the cars pulling away from Mason, the rookie driver. Car number 26, he's in 7th spot. Willie Gom with a 406 having a great season here. He's in 8th. John Gray with a 20 car in 9th. And Ronnie Blake completes the top 10 in points coming into this race.
Right now we're ready to go back to green. 4 down, 16 remain, and the green flag flies. David Sanchez going to step down up on the outside. Sanchez going to lead him up into turn 2. Collins runs second, and a great race back there for third.
They battle for that third place position as Wayne Kelly takes the Mopar Performance Portabene Auto Sales 35 underneath Glenn Grosjean. He makes the pass. He's in third place car. Grosjean back to 4th.
Down the front chute they come. Sanchez pulling out through on Collins. Here's Collins. Sits about 6 car lengths back to the backside of the Jolly Rancher number 23.
David Sanchez pulling out now. He's got a margin of a lead over second place man Art Collins. Wayne Kelly sparking a bit going down that back straightaway, but he's bearing down on your second place runner Art Collins.
Down the front chute they run this time. Now down to the inside goes Grosjean. Kelly with a lack of power there for just a moment. Grosjean takes evasive action, regains the 3rd spot. Now Kelly going to crank it back up and go after him.
Wayne Kelly wanting to get that third place running spot back. And meanwhile, Todd Wilkinson has taken advantage. He's come up there along with Jimmy Jeanette. Look at this race as Wayne Kelly again blasts past Glenn Grosjean. He's your third place car.
Race is back there for 3rd spot as your leader is one single file up front. Kelly holds on to 3rd. Grosjean is 4th. Now Wilkinson going to pressure Grosjean.
Inches apart they run. Butch McWhorter wants to get up in the picture now with a 32 as he runs to the top side of the Sexton side S car, driven by Jimmy Jeanette. Jeanette fights him off here, and they go side to side directly ahead of him.
Todd Wilkinson now works down to the inside of Grosjean. Grosjean strong for the challenge. Down the front chute into turn 1. Wilkinson going to take the low road once again as they battle for spot number 4.
Todd Wilkinson on the inside. Glenn Grosjean on the top side. Wheel to wheel they go up into turn number 3. Grosjean in the fast lane trying to fight off Todd Wilkinson, but Wilkinson handling down low. He's going to make the pass.
Now your action up front tightens as we get near the halfway point. David Sanchez drifts up the banking. The Alligator right there ready to capitalize.
Alligator Art Collins just a car length off the back bumper of your leader David Sanchez. They are 1 and 2, and then it's a bit of a gap back to your third place runner Wayne Kelly, who's got that spot all to himself right now.
This time by the halfway home. 10 laps down, 10 laps remain. Here moves the youngster. David Sanchez on the point, but he's got a picture breathing down his neck on the back chute.
A good run off and run for David Sanchez and Art Collins. Wayne Kelly unable to close the gap right now as he sits there comfortably in the number 3 spot. That's Todd Wilkinson in 4th. Jimmy Jeanette solidly in the 5th spot.
That's the way they run your top 5. Getting outside the top 5 right now. 6th place cars pick into him. Butch McWhorter rides 7th. Chris Consi is 8. 9 spot is Glenn Groshong, and Ronnie Blake rounds out the top 10.
Ronnie Blake fighting with the 94 Glenn Groshong. These two cars run out of the Northeastern Racing Supply shop in Pittsfield, and they are diving for the 9th place position here.
Down the front chute, your leaders across the stripe. Jelly with the mighty Mopar back there in 3rd spot, trying to close the gap on the lead 2 cars.
1-2 run single file fashion, nose to tail over to turn 3. David Sanchez and Art Collins. Wayne Jelly in a number 3 spot, but Todd Wilkinson and Jimmy Jeanette have both closed in on him. Wilkinson, the current high float man, ready to challenge the 3rd. Art Collins sizing up their leader. Collins watching every move that Sanchez makes as they work their way down the back chute. Collins right in his tracks. Wayne Jelly in a number 3 spot. Would love to see those front 2 cars ahead of him get into a side-to-side battle as we go yellow on the speedway. Trouble up in the east end banking. Up there in the top 5, ready to make his charge in the late stages. Jimmy Jeanette rounds out your top 5 as they start to pick it up out of turn 4. Down they come on to turn 4, green flag flies, and thrusters right. Sanchez with the motor into turn 1. Jelly down on the inside makes the move on Collins. Jelly gonna drift up the back, and Collins looks down to the inside to race side by side down the back chute. Wayne Jelly in the number 2 spot, fighting off Art Collins. Looks like he's got him. Here comes Todd Wilkinson up to challenge Art Collins now. He scoots to the inside, and they come together up in turn number 4. But it's Todd Wilkinson getting away with that third place spot. Now it's all David Sanchez up front. Jelly is down, got him in sight as they come down off the turn through. Jelly a 5-car length disadvantage. Lead cars go single file fashion with David Sanchez showing the way. But Wayne Jelly has now closed in on Sanchez here, and he's going to bid for the lead. Off of turn 4, down the front chute, a 3-car bunch up now up front as Wilkinson goes down to the inside. Wilkinson now has Jelly clear, races side by side with Sanchez down the back chute. But in the meanwhile, it's Wayne Jelly coming back on the top side, and he's going to split the gap through the different noses into the lead. Contact with David Sanchez. Sanchez going around up into the wall. Yellow coming out on the speedway. Yellow lights coming out on the speedway for 3. Now as the starting grid for this restart comes back down, Wayne Jelly has been sent to the rear. The way the rule reads here at the Valley, if you take the leader out, you go to the rear, and Wayne Jelly trying to race him up between turn 3 and 4. Tap Jimmy Jeanette on the shoulder, put him down in the Saxton sign car here, and right now, Jimmy Jeanette going to look down to the inside off of turn 4. They'll race down to the green. On the outside, Wilkinson going to lead him down across the stripe. Wilkinson your leader. Jeanette going to drive it hard down into turn 1. Off of turn 2, the youngster. Wilkinson will pull down the back chute. Todd Wilkinson, and we've got yellow on the speedway. Caution coming out. Car up in turn 1, the Wayne count. That means we're going back to racing this time around. Todd Wilkinson knows now that Jimmy Jeanette's coming right with him, and down off of turn 4 they come. Green flag flies. Wilkinson going to stand on that thing down into turn 1. Wilkinson is your leader. Jeanette now going to look down to the inside off the turn through. Wilkinson to Jeanette down the back chute. Jimmy Jeanette in that runner-up spot right now. He would love to find a way around the current high point man, Todd Wilkinson, who's showing the way here in this feature event. They run 1 and 2, Wilkinson and Jeanette. Then back in 3rd spot, we find the Alligator currently rides there. Art Collins rides back in 3rd position. Rich McWill rides back in 4th. The 5th place car is the 81 of Vic Andrew. Now running in 6th spot, the Stan and France Technical 00 car of Chris Jacosa. In 7th, last week's winner and defending track champion George Marcus. And we've got a car stalled up in the U8UJ. It's across the street from the speedway. Need to have it moved immediately. Thank you. We're back to green flag racing down here. Todd Wilkinson with that tattoo machine. He ran down in turn 1. Todd going to stand on it back off the turn 2 down the back chute. Going to lead Jimmy Jeanette by about 5 car lengths. Lead cars go single file fashion down the back straightaway up through the west end banking here with Todd Wilkinson showing the way. Jimmy Jeanette trying to do everything he can to gain ground and close in, but he looks to be losing ground at the to-go side. Now Butch McWill goes to work down on the right through the west end banking, still side to side as the white flag flies.
This time is the last lap around the high banks. Here's the Todd Wilkinson. Wilkinson going to bring us down into turn one up the east end banking. Looks like Wilkinson headed towards victory.
Todd Wilkinson, the Captain Toss Seafood Restaurant, tattoo machine number 47. Ready to bring it on home here. The Wilkinson Excavating Racing Team. Checkered flags are out, and Todd Wilkinson wins it with Jimmy Shinnitt finishing in second. Art Collins coming across the stripe, and Sarah Kuchman were fourth, and Mick Andrew completing the top five. So the current High Point man will pad his point lead a few more points as the young driver Todd Wilkinson scores another victory here in the 1995 season, his second on the year. So Todd Wilkinson has wheeled into victory lane, and Dan Martin making his way down trackside. He'll get a word here with our winner in just a little bit. Remember, we'll be back racing with you next Saturday night with a night full of features as Snap-on Tools presents that racing program. A later than usual start next week. 7:30 will be race time for that special Snap-on Tools presentation of a night of feature racing. That is next Saturday here at the Speedway. Remember, go-kart action out at the new go-kart track on the asphalt out by the clubhouse. They'll continue on to the wee hours of the morning, and of course, action over in the clubhouse. Let's swing it down to victory lane now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Todd Wilkinson making his way out. A good, hard, long hit of the Poland spring water. And I guess if anybody deserves a good, long, hard hit of this Poland spring water, Todd Wilkinson deserves it right now. Todd, second win here in 95 already.
Boy, we've been working hard. We've been having trouble getting hooked up to the track the last 3 or 4 weeks. So we went back to our setup when we won, and it paid off.
15th starting spot. You had your work cut out for you right from the start.
Well, I didn't think so. I got up there behind Jelly, and I said, oh, me and Jelly don't get along too well, but I wanted to race hard with him because it's been going pretty smooth.
Well, you were right in the catbird seat up there. I mean, the three of you guys went in, Sanchez, Jelly, and yourself. As I put it, Wayne Jelly only knows one way to race, and that's hard. It was just a situation where I'm sure it came down to inches.
Yeah, it was. I saw it all. It's just racing. It's too bad. It would have made a really good race.
Well, one of them situations where you were right there to capitalize on the opportunity. I know you had a good run the other night up to Syracuse, had to make you feel good. You're back down here in victory lane, sitting on top of the points. It's got to feel great.
Yeah, it does. I want to thank American Tattoo, my sponsors here tonight, and I want to thank him and the First Turn fans. I had a bet with a guy up in the first turn that I had to win 2 races, otherwise I had to give my sponsorship money back. Thanks, John.
Well, that's deposited, buddy. Congratulations. Winner of tonight's Wheels Discount Auto Supply, Freihoffer's Baking Company Sportsman feature event is Todd Wilkinson.
So Todd Wilkinson takes the tattoo machine into victory lane. Todd's other sponsors include Kimball Oil, the Captain Toss Seafood Restaurant, Wilkinson Excavating, Cranbourne Chase Advertising, the Lawn Riders Caretaking, Munson Satellite TV, Mark West Company, the Land Steel, and Steve's Auto Repair. All sponsors on the car for Todd Wilkinson out of Sheffield, Massachusetts, visiting victory lane here for the second time in the 1995 season. As the Victory Lane celebrations continue down there with Victory Lane photographs and whatnot with the various sponsors, crews, and officials, we are lining up this Demolition Derby and getting ready to turn them loose here in just a few seconds. Remember, as we said, the clubhouse is open to the wee hours of the morning for some fine food, refreshment items down there. Of course, ice-cold beverages available as well. So if you want to hang out and let the traffic clear a bit and visit our clubhouse and talk a bit about tonight's racing program, we invite you to do so. And also the go-kart track in operation. I'll be going until the wee hours of the morning as well here. So a lot of fun still to be had here at Lebanon Valley before you leave here tonight. Don't forget, this coming Wednesday night, the go-kart race night operation begins for a $20 entry fee. You can race every Wednesday night starting at 7 o'clock in warm-ups, a heat race, non-qualifiers race, and a feature event. $20 per entry. They'll be limited to 50 entries. Total of 50 entries will be the limit for the Wednesday night go-kart racing program. If you'd like to get involved with that, you need to register. Sign up at the go-kart ticket window before you leave here tonight.
So as Todd Wilkinson gets the victory lane accolades down here,